we got more to this letter.
Yes. So let's continue here. Within the Jewish community, they have preached an admixture of ultranationalism, religious mysticism. I thought that was revealing there,
That's
Rick.
Kabbalah.
And racial superiority.
Whoa. This
is Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein called the founders of the modern state of Israel
racist.
Racist.
Yes.
That they have a racial superiority complex and they practice religious mysticism, which is Kabbalah.
Right. And this sounds exactly like the National Socialist Party back in Germany. Ultranationalism, religious mysticism, and racial superiority. They copied the tactics.
They were Nazis. They were Nazis.
So like other fascist parties, they have been used to break strikes and have themselves pressed for the destruction of free trade unions. In their stead, they have proposed corporate unions on the Italian fascist model. So let's continue here. During the last years of sporadic anti-British violence, the IZL and Stern groups inaugurated a reign of terror in the Palestine Jewish community against Jews here.
Jews.
Right.
And the I stands for arrogant, right there.
So,
that's the I of that
teachers were beaten up for speaking against them. Adults
Jews.
Yes. Adults were shot for not letting their children join them. By gangster methods, beatings, window smashing, and widespread robberies, the terrorists...
Antifa?
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The terrorists intimidated the population and exacted a heavy tribute. Jewish population, that is.
They beat up and terrorized the Jews who spoke out against them.
This is incredible. This is why Albert Einstein wrote this.
Yes. He was afraid it was going to come to America.
Right. The people of the Freedom Party have had no part in the constructive achievements in Palestine. They have reclaimed no land, built no settlements, and have only detracted from the Jewish defense activity. Their much publicized immigration endeavors were minute and devoted mainly to bringing in, look at that word, fascist compatriots to the party. So, Edward?
So this letter continues from Albert Einstein. The discrepancies between the bold claims now being made by Begin and his party and their record of past performance in Palestine bear the imprint of no ordinary political party. This is the unmistakable stamp of a fascist party for whom terrorism against Jews, Arabs, and British alike, and misrepresentation are means, and a leader state is the goal.
But check out that last sentence there, Rick. Look at what he's saying there. What are their means? Terrorism and misrepresentation. Fear and lies are their methods. And the leader state is their goal. What do they mean by leader state there, Rick?
That is an interesting phrase, and I don't know.
It would seem to me like it's not just their goal to be a nation, but to be a leading nation in the world, a conquering nation at some point. That would be my impression there. And so Einstein said that this terrorist group that's taking control of Palestine in 1948, which is now the Likud party, he said that they're doing it. They're conquering with terrorism and misrepresentation. Well, misrepresentation is lying, right, deceiving. The motto of the Mossad intelligence agency is, by deception, we wage war. And where did the Mossad begin? What are their roots, Rick?
These terrorist groups.
That's right.
The Israeli Defense Force, the current army of Israel, is Irgun.
The direct descendant of Irgun.
They went from being a terrorist organization